guys, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be talking about some new Moonshine Manny for September, so I'm really glad that you stopped in. This is going to be my Halloween collection. That's what we're talking about today. It is launching in September, but that's what gives you a while to be in the Halloween mood and not feel like second Friday in October, oh, Halloween's already here in 2 weeks. So I wanted to give you lots of time to wear these before Halloween, but they definitely, you know, you don't have to just wear them for Halloween. They're not just strictly Halloween kind of colors. You can really wear these polishes any time of year. They are more somber for the most part than other things that I have released. I was definitely feeling dark vibes with this collection. The collection's called Bite Me! Exclamation point. It is inspired by 6 different vampires from TV and film. You guys know that I love to be inspired by pop culture. It's just my thing. I know not everybody likes it, but it's really fun for me. It brings in some comedy into my line. It brings in lightheartedness, and you guys know I just love TV and movies. It's just one of my things. So anyway, I was thinking about Halloween, 6 months ago, and deciding what I wanted to do this year. And I just thought it would be fun to have 6 vampire inspired polishes. So then it came down to pick which vampires I wanted to be inspired with, and I think that I picked 6 really good ones. So this collection is launching on September 14th. As you guys know, it's always the second Friday of the month when I launch new polishes, aside from like the Facebook group customs. Whenever I launch a new collection, it's that second Friday. So that's coming up. That's coming up in just a few days. So I wanted to go ahead and do my live swatch of these polishes for you so you can see what they're like. So we have 5 full coverage polishes and 1 topper. I'm actually going to show you how the topper works on its own as well, because I do think that you have options there. Kind of like with those OPI Metamorphosis polishes that we just looked at recently. You're still going to be seeing some nail line, but you can wear it on its own if you would like to, but you can certainly wear it over any polish, and it's really wild and fun. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, you guys. As always, I'm super pumped to talk to you about my polishes because I just put so much, you know, thought in, just like I said, the comedy, and I don't know, it's just so fun for me, the whole process of creating a polish. And so I know these videos are always a little long because I always feel like explaining myself so you understand the motivation behind each of these polishes, but let's go ahead and get into it so that you're not here for too long. So I'm going to go in alphabetical order as I always do, and that means we're going to be starting out with the polish called Angel. So if you guys are well versed in vampires in television and film, you'll know who this is for, but Angel is a vampire from the television show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he's a very gorgeous man who also I've already made a polish inspired by this man, actually, when he played Booth on the television series Bones. So this guy is the first guy to have 2 polishes after him. I guess I kind of like him. Anyway, the actor's name is David Boreanaz. So Angel is a blackened deep burgundy. This is absolutely packed with both red and copper shimmers that made this really beautiful, rich burgundy shade, but it's in a blackened base, so it makes it really dark. But that's where the color is coming from these high inference shimmer pigments. And so it makes this beautiful shine on the nail. I also filled the polish with holographic micro flakies, and so it's gonna glisten for you because, you know, he's actually a good guy. Angel is a good guy for the most part, right? And so I gave him the holographic to kind of show that I think he's kind of a good guy, but he is very dark. All of my polishes benefit from a top coat, so I will be top coating everything for the photo. And so yes, this first one is Angel. It's time to get dark and sexy, guys. The next polish in the collection goes kind of in the opposite direction. This is another good vampire, but this time I did his polish in a bright light gold. Can you guys think of who this is for? Well, yes, I have seen all the Twilight films. I made it through 1 book. I didn't read all the books, but I have seen all the films. And in the Twilight films, vampires don't die when they see the sunlight. They actually glisten like diamonds. And that's the reason that they stay out of the sun, so that you can't really notice how they're different from humans. Not because it's gonna kill them. It's a different twist than most vampire tales. So I decided to create Edward, inspired by the main character from, well, the main male character from the Twilight series books and films. I decided to create him a light cream with tons of gold. And well, I'll tell you what else is in here, but it's very, very sparkly, and it's definitely the lightest, cheeriest polish in the collection. It's the only thing that isn't rather dark and brooding. So this polish, like I said, it's kind of like a light creamy base. It's filled with 2 different sizes of gold hollow dust. It has platinum silver flakies in it, and it has light bright white gold micro flakies in it as well. The 3 coats on this one is going to show you how it builds up. It does look best, I think, letting it build up for those 3 coats so you can really layer all the flakies and all the hollow in there. This is going to be nice hollow sparkly when you take it outside as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these polishes are holographic actually. So yeah, I wanted this to feel very delicate, like that his skin looks. My inspiration picture I showed you, where it almost looks like it's like fragile. It's so bright and gold and sparkly. So I wanted it to be a very delicate, sparkling, soft polish, and also to give you something very different from the rest of the polishes in the collection in case you aren't totally into dark polishes at this time of the year. So this is Edward, and I was very excited to put him in the collection even though this isn't necessarily like a favorite of mine. I thought it was a really fun concept to play against, and I have enjoyed myself watching the Twilight series, you know, now and again. You know, what can I say? The next polish in the collection is probably the one you will find to be the most unique, although I feel like these are all at least very unique to things that I've created. But this polish is an antiqued like lavender that you can also see the shift between like a patina gold green. It's very interesting. You'll see as we get up close. It's really, really cool. I like it a lot. So this polish is actually inspired by the character Lestat, and he's a character played by Tom Cruise in the movie Interview with a Vampire that was based off of an Anne Rice novel. But Lestat is a character in her Vampire Chronicles, and my inspiration photo is this one. I just love that Tom Cruise played this character. But in this photo, he's wearing this very stuffy looking 18th century fancy pants outfit, and it's fantastic. And I tried to reflect that exact kind of antiqued purple coloration in this polish. So that's why it's going between this beautiful antique-y lavender to almost this greeny gold quality to suggest this very aged quality to Lestat. Well, you know, most vampires are really, really old, right? But anyway, I just loved his costume here. Well, you know, it wasn't a costume to him really in the film, but I just love that. So I wanted the polish to look just like that. Also inside we have metallic purple micro flakies, and we have a purple to blue to green chameleon flaky that's the iridescent kind of fish scale kind. So that's what's going on in this polish. Now if you don't know too much about Lestat, he's pretty much a bad guy. Throughout the different books, at some points in her chronicles, he's not as much of a bad guy, but definitely in that film he's a bad guy. So this is a sneaky little polish because it's purple, which is my favorite, but he's not such a great guy. Anyway, so there's there's a lot going on in here, you guys. I'm going to show you at 2 coats. As you can see, as you build this up, there's a lot of flaky shimmer stuff that's going on in here that's building up the coverage. So this third one is Lestat. The next polish in the collection is the most fun, the most youthful, it's kind of crazy, you guys. This is a really, really fun polish. So this is the topper. This polish is called Mavis. So this is the only cartoon character vampire that I have here in the collection. This is inspired by Mavis from the Hotel Transylvania movies. I have, of course, seen all of them, as I do have 4 children. And she is the daughter of Drac, and she's just fun, cute, trying to figure out herself. She becomes a mom. She's a multifaceted character. Anyway, I really wanted to make this a very youthful polish, and so what I did was I took this extremely bright red to green shifty shimmer. It's basically like an Aurora shimmer, but it's not like the actual unicorn pea component, but that's what it is. It shifts really brightly between those two. I packed that into this polish, and then what else is in here is a mix of all different black holographic glitters in all different sizes. So I'm going to show you how this builds up on its own. It's really, really bright, you guys. It's so fun on its own, but over other things as well. So I'm going to show you what it looks like at 3 coats. I'm also going to show you over some other colors. I particularly love this over a blue. I've shown it to you over in the Pacific from Moonshine Manny here. It also looks fantastic over a hot pink. Stacy pointed that out to me. Thanks, Stacy. Looks awesome over those 2 colors, but it looks really fantastic over anything really because it is a black topper, but it does have a really fun green red shift. So love, love, love this, you guys. This was such a fun polish to make, so I was so excited to put this in this collection. And this is Mavis. Okay, so next up we have another female vampire in this collection. This polish is a very dark, basically it's a black linear hollow, but I packed a bunch of blue to green Aurora shimmer in here. So the little bit of blue-green that you're getting in here is from that shimmer pulling through the black holographic. So when you look at this polish, it doesn't just look like a flat black. Well, I mean, when you take it outside, you're gonna see the rainbow holographic. But when it's on your nails, you're also seeing this little hint of coloration. The reason I did that is because this polish is inspired by Selene. She's from the Underworld movies. Selene is just like a crazy, super awesome vampire chick. She wears like full-on black leather head to toe, and she's played by Kate Beckinsale, and she's pretty awesome. And she, you know, is all dressed in black, but she has these piercing blue eyes. And so that's why I went with the Aurora shimmer. And if there was any time for me to make a black linear holographic, I thought that Halloween was the time. So because there is so much shifty shimmer going on in here, if I make this too opaque, like one of my just straight up 1 coat linear holographics, it wasn't going to work very well for the shimmer because it's just going to, that black pigment would cover up all the shimmer. So I needed to make this a little bit thinner. So that's why that formula looks like it does, and I think that it really does benefit this polish and giving it the space for the colors to pull out. So I really love this polish. It's really fun, and I was happy to have another female in this collection. So this is Selene. And the last polish in this collection is another comedian vampire. Like I said, you guys, I love to pull the comedy in here. This polish is called Vladislav, and this might be the least well-known character to most of you. This is a vampire from a film called What We Do in the Shadows, and it's an Australian-made film that actually stars the director of Thor Ragnarok, which you guys know how much I love that movie. It stars him. It also stars Jermaine Clements, which he plays the voice of Tamatoa in Moana, to give you an idea. If you haven't seen this film, you should watch it though, because it's hilarious. It just basically makes fun of all the vampire and werewolf kind of tropes and brings it like it's documentary style. It's just very funny, you guys. So anyway, Vladislav, he isn't the oldest of the vampires that they're doing the documentary on, but he is one of the older ones, and he's just supposed to be this very like old, playing off like the sexy vampire trope, like he gets all the chicks, but then that kind of turns on him. I had a lot of fun creating a polish inspired by his character. So this is a very like light but smoky suede kind of brown in the base, but then I added a bunch of multi-chrome pigment. Specifically, it's the pigment that is in Ragnarok, actually. So this one goes from like a pink to an orange to a gold to a green. That's the shift in this polish. This is really, really fun. As you shift the bottle, you're seeing a lot of orange, a lot of pink, a lot of green. So it's really, really beautiful, and I wanted it to also feel, manly, because he's kind of like, he's supposed to be like this sexy, manly old vampire, but he's really not, you know how that goes. Anyway, it's funny to me, and I wanted to bring a lot of color in here while still making it this kind of like antiqued suede brown kind of look. So I am going to do 3 coats again here. You know, as with the rest, you're seeing how it builds up on 1, 2, 3 coats. You can decide where you want to stop. And that is the final polish in the collection, you guys. So I'm grinning ear to ear, as I always am when I get through with one of my collections, explaining the whole thing to you guys, because I've just been thinking about them and loving on them for months, and now I finally just get to tell you all about them, and it just makes me so happy. So again, these are going to be going on sale on Friday, September 14th, and I can't wait to see these on your nails. So excited for that. Anyway, you guys, thanks for stopping by for this video. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget, on my website, I do flat rate shipping anywhere in the US. No matter what you buy, it's only $3. And I also have flat rate shipping for Canada and international orders as well, so to kind of save you a little bit of money. Also, if you order over $50 on my website, you can use my code that gets you 10% off. It's always at the top of my website. So I just want to give you some perks for supporting my brand and always showing me the love, you guys, so I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think. What vampires are your favorite that I just totally missed out on? Let me know down in the comments. And thanks again, you guys. I will see you back for the next video very soon. Take care. Bye.